I am very excited to introduce Walker and Josie and Henry, who will be giving their parts of the sermon today. I would share with you the scripture from Galatians 5:22 and 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There is no law against things like this.
Okay, cool. So I am talking about General Assembly, and whenever I was thinking of the fruits of the Spirit and how I saw them in General Assembly, a few stories came to mind. One regarding the fruit of patience, and this happened before we ended up actually at General Assembly. We were in our road trip phase. We were driving to Kentucky, and we stopped at a McDonald's at like 9 o'clock at night to go get dinner before we finished the rest of our trip to Bear Grass Christian Church, where we stayed. And whenever we got there, we all ordered, and there were a lot of us, so we knew it was going to take a while. But then we noticed that it was taking a little bit longer than we expected, and we noticed that there were like 2 Max employees working in the kitchen area. So we were like, ooh, that's going to take a while. And then later on, more and more people showed up at the McDonald's and started ordering more and more food. And the employees who were working there were getting more and more stressed, and everything was taking a lot longer than we anticipated. And after a while, a few people got their meals, but we knew it would be a while, and we ended up just waiting at a table and talking and enjoying each other's presence while we waited like 2 hours for all of us to end up getting our food. But then we realized that it wasn't the worst thing in the world, since by being able to wait and have patience, that we were able to enjoy the best of the situation we were in and not bug the employees like other people did. Another fruit of the Spirit that I felt like I experienced while at General Assembly was faithfulness, and being in a bunch of the church services at General Assembly. One of the main ones that I enjoyed was our first worship service, which was given by William Barber, who's this amazing guy, and he gave this really powerful and impactful sermon. And I had to stand up like a lot of times, because he would like say something that was like really cool, and everybody like agreed with it, so everybody like stood up and started clapping, which was good because what he was saying was like really good. But in those moments of everybody standing up and clapping and rejoicing, I just felt this overwhelming feeling of faithfulness and happiness in the air. And it really affected me. Like, I had obviously like felt faithfulness in church before, but in a setting like that where everyone was like standing up and saying things and clapping and holding hands, it was just really powerful. And then in some of the other church services we were in, those were 3 hours long, which was long, obviously, and we had to use the spirit of patience to endure those, but they were also really powerful. And the General Assembly services had this band that would play this amazing music, and whenever the band played music, everyone was standing up, and there was no like pain or frustration or any negative feelings. There was just everyone feeling peace and rejoicing in the music that we were listening to, and it was just a really amazing feeling to be surrounded by that much love and just love. There was nothing else. And then one of the last fruits that I thought I felt was the fruit of goodness, which I feel like can also be tied to generosity, which I felt from this church's goodness and generosity, allowing the youth to go to General Assembly and experience these things was really impactful on me, and I'm just very thankful for that.
Good morning. Oh, it's on. Okay. Saw you laughing. I've been told that I need to talk about Tall Oaks in 3 or 4 minutes. That's impossible. Tall Oaks is the best place. I do have something to say before. With the Pineapple of Patience at the McDonald's place, me and Ava, we went to Freddy's. We did not stay at McDonald's, so sorry guys if you want to know about the patience. Yeah, but it was faster, and we were eating food while they were waiting, so sorry, guys. But at Tall Oaks, I'm mainly going to be talking about Aiders, because that's where I was last summer. And I don't know if you know him, but one of the keynoters, his name was Chuck. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's pretty awesome, and his wife, Laura, and their child, Violet, were best friends, by the way. Like, you can ask Violet. And at Aiders, there were the counselors, there were the cooks, there were the lifeguards, and all of them made Tall Oaks what it is. I mean, the counselors, they make sure you're safe, they make sure you're loved, and they're just awesome. You know, I know what I want to be in the future. I want to be fish bait because I was used as fish bait. I have a picture. If any of you guys want to see, ask me, I will show you. I felt so comfortable that I fell asleep with like a crown on my head under my little cheetah blanket. So comfortable, by the way. Like the floors, so good. If you want to take a nap on the floor, it's so good. But the lifeguards, there was this frog on top of a little thing. She didn't kill it, she just let it go. I think we named it like Fred or something. I love that frog. And Tall Oaks, I have so many memories. I've grown, I've made huge decisions about myself at Tall Oaks. I've made lifelong friends. It's this wonderful place, and I don't even have the words to describe it. I can just say it's my second home, my second family, if you will. I love Claire, I love Dan, I love Colton. Those are all counselors. I love, what was her name? I forgot her name, but I love her. Sorry, guys. I'm bad with names. No, she had the blue hair. Chloe, I think? Chloe. Her name's Chloe, and I love her. And I don't know. Tall Oaks is it's like a home for me. And I'm not going to get teary-eyed about this because I've decided that I wouldn't. But I love Tall Oaks. And some people say love is a strong word, and you shouldn't use love for things that are like you just like, but I love Tall Oaks. It's an amazing place. I don't know if any of you guys went to Tall Oaks. I know, did you get? Yeah, they went to Tall Oaks. They went to Tall Oaks. But if you guys went to Tall Oaks, you know what I'm talking about. It's the best place you're ever gonna see. Let your kid go to Tall Oaks. She's gonna love it. It's the best place. But thank you. That was Tall Oaks, and I love that place. Should I turn it off?
Okay. Hello and good morning, everyone. Today I'll be speaking to you about the people, place, and community of El Igueral. And now before I start, I was thinking and I decided that all of the fruits of the Spirit can be wrapped up into this nice but not necessarily neat little package called community. And I want you to hold on to that idea as I go through my story. So I'm sure most of you know already, but El Igueral is our sister community in the mountains of El Salvador. I went there with several others on a trip to El Igueral at the beginning of this past summer, and there were several ways that I could go about describing it. I could say, oh, well, it looks like all the pictures we've shown you, but much more magical because it's in person, which would be true, but it doesn't do it justice. I could say, oh, well, imagine a village high up in the forest-covered mountains where everyone lives overlooking a picturesque view, which would also be true, but again, doesn't do it justice. And after a while of thinking how I can share this experience with you, it finally dawned on me, but it'll take me a moment to get there, so hold on for a second. The people who live in the village of Eligarol are a closely knit community. They laugh together, they play together, they work together, they have morning coffee together, and afternoon coffee, and also evening coffee. And after a while of thinking over how I can share this experience with, one day out of the 4 we spent in Eligarol, we went higher up the mountain than the main church area where we were staying was. We had originally intended to go all the way up the mountain, but it started to rain and we had to go back. However, where we did make it was to this huge tree. Now, there were several ways I could go about describing this tree. I could say its trunk was about as wide around as this table, which would be maybe not all the way true, but it certainly paints the right picture, which is majesty. Now, this tree was not just special because it was large. It was the tree that the leaders of the community gathered under after they and the rest of the village had fled up the mountain from the massacres. And they gathered under the tree and decided what to do with everyone. One of our older guides told this wonderful story about the whole thing, which I didn't quite get to appreciate in full because of the language barrier, but I was moved nonetheless. Now, it was thinking about this part that finally led to my conclusion. At their core, after you strip away everything else, Eligarol is a lot like us. Or you could say we are a lot like Eligarol. We certainly all haven't had the same life experiences, or live in the same place, or even speak the same language. But their community has held them together through thick and thin, and it's a lot like the one we have here at St. Andrew. The most important lesson that I took away from my adventure that I wanted to share with all of you is that no matter how far away or in what part of the world, there is community to be fostered, enjoyed, and protected. The words sister community really mean something far deeper than I had previously thought, and I hope I can continue to shine a light on that powerful connection so that all of you may appreciate all that it means and everything that it is. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.